Drop Podcast. Hello, and welcome back to the Football Drop Podcast. We have a speciale. Very excited. I will be completely honest. We would have had this a week earlier, but I fucked up. I fucked up, guys. Okay, we've got our special guest. We've got Joseph from Passione Stadio. And I sent the links. Well, I sent the invites out. We got it all agreed. We got times confirmed. And I didn't send the link. And then we sat there for 20 minutes going, I wonder where he is. And then, Joseph, bless you, you messaged me. It was like, I'm on this meeting. I sent a Skype meeting. I don't know how I've done it. So, guys, I apologise, but better late than never, as they say. Joseph, thank you for coming on. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good. Thank you. Thank you for having me. Really means a lot, to be fair, because, you just... it's one thing that I've always wanted to do, and you came at the right time, I guess.
Oh, so, perfect.
That's good. It's good to hear.
Yeah, you did reply quickly as well, so I think I was really excited by that. And then obviously I cocked it up with the invite, so it was a really good start.
Yeah, I don't have anything against you. I don't know you.
Not yet. It's early.
Yeah, we're only a couple of minutes in.
I bet you're glad I didn't say Passione Stadio because I can't. I'm rubbish with stuff like that. I'm really bad at pronouncing. Yeah, terrible.
So did you want to just give us a little bit of intro to yourself and obviously Passione Stadio?
Yeah, sure. So my name is Joseph. I'm 33 years old. And I've had, I'm the founder and content creator for Passione Stadio. So Passione Stadio, for those who doesn't know, it's passion for stadium. So it involves the passion of stadium tours, going to the stadium, watching matches with your friends, just enjoy the stadium vibe. So I've been doing it for the past, it's going to be 3 years in April, I think.
Nice.
And I'm just enjoying match days. So it could be grassroots football, it could be any type of football, League One, League Two. I just love the day out of, going and watch football with friends, my brother, I take any one of my friends, and just enjoying the football.
Yeah. And do you live in Italy, or is that...
No.
You don't, you live in England?
I live in England. I've been here for about 13 years now.
Oh, wow.
Grew up in Italy from Ghanaian heritage. So I'm Ghanaian, my parents are Ghanaian. I was, brought up in Italy. I moved here when I was 18, believe it or not.
Wow.
Amazing. 2009, yeah. So I've always wanted to, when I started the page, I was like, what name should I call it? Because, Joseph sounds boring, Joseph, Grandhopper. So I just wanted to give a big insight within the name. So it just connects to the page, and I hope it really connects to the name, connects to the pictures and all the visuals that I take.
I love it. I think it's a great name.
Yeah, I do. I was really impressed with it. Yeah. I thought it was better than Football Drop.
Yeah,
We thought ours was great at the time.
How do we Italify our name? What would Football Drop be? What could we change it to?
I think it's good. I think
okay.
You just drop in for football, basically, right?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, that was the premise. Yeah,
that's it. Yeah, it stands out. It stands out.
So it's not the name that's only getting us 5 listeners a week. It's the content, guys.
Trust me, I've been there. You just have to keep going. You don't have to say
of course.
10 views, 2 views. You just do your thing and just enjoy. Because as long as you enjoy it, it doesn't feel like you have to do it. And
no, exactly.
One thing that I've noticed with Passione Stadio, for the first, I think, couple of months, I was posting a picture every day. And of course, as you know, Instagram, social media is always evolving. Not what was working 2-3 years ago would work now. So just enjoy creating the content. That's what I've been doing.
No, I completely agree.
And how far do you travel for stadiums? So what's the furthest you've been?
It depends. The furthest, probably... furthest from England.
Yeah, okay, yeah, good point, yeah.
I say Rome.
Okay.
So I've been to Stadio Olimpico.
Oh, nice.
So funny one. So I got married about 3 years ago, 2.5 years ago.
Congrats.
I don't want to get that
wrong.
Oh,
congratulations.
Yeah, don't get it wrong.
I did. And my friends were like, "Oh, what do you want to do for your stag do?" And I said, "Let's go to Rome and watch a game." I did the stadium tour a couple of days before the game. We went to watch Lazio versus Milan. So we did the stadium tour, watched the game with my friends. I think it was 5 of us, 6 of us. We just enjoyed Rome, really. And that's when I started the page, because I was like, I got too many pictures on my phone, too many stadium pictures from that trip. Other trips, I was like, no, I need to share it somewhere. And that's how it started, really. It wasn't planned.
Oh, I love that. I think that they're the best ideas though, when it does just come from, I'll just do it and see what happens. And obviously it's a passion for you. You've enjoyed it and obviously doing really well so far. So I totally get it. What was the game like out there in the atmosphere?
Yeah, it was okay. It wasn't the greatest game because the Lazio fan were, they didn't go to the stadium because they were against the president, because arguing. So yeah, it wasn't all that, but it was a good game. Ibrahimovic was still there, Tonali was there, so yeah, overall it was a good game. I think it was a 2-1. I think they scored last minute. It was a good game, and I've always been a fan of football, playing football, watching football. I just love it when I can.
Yeah.
Amazing.
It shows, doesn't it, in your Instagram? You can just see that there is absolute love for football here. There is nothing else.
I love it. Yeah.
Do you have a football team?
I was just about to ask that. I was like chomping, like, who do you support here? Come on.
Right. In England or Italy?
Both.
Right. In Italy, I've got Inter Milan. So I've always grown up with Inter Milan. But that's because I loved Adriano, Ronaldo.
Yeah.
I was more fan of the players rather than the team.
Yeah, makes sense.
And it's the same with England. I don't really have an English team,
Okay.
I've always had English players, so I love Drogba, Henry, and those players. So I don't really have an English team. So that's why I can go anywhere without hating the team or supporting the team. I just enjoy it.
It's just a love of football.
Yeah.
When you're booking your tickets, it's a random question. Yeah. Where do you like to sit? Do you like to sit behind the goal or in the middle of the pitch, or?
I like to sit in the middle, like high in the corner.
Okay.
Or even behind the goal is not bad. I like behind the goal. I don't tend to go too close to the pitch because I like to take pictures. I like, take aesthetic pictures. But I'll say middle near the end. Yeah.
Okay.
Near the end.
Would you book a ticket, Joseph, and book a seat where all you can see is a floodlight directly in your face, and you've got the away fan 3 seats away from you, and you're the front row? Would you ever book that ticket and think, this is great, I'm going to do this?
What do you mean?
So, in terms of location within the actual stadium itself, you're literally front row, so you can basically pull the player's shirt. But the away fans, so you're the home fan, the away fans are 3 seats away from you, and all you can see most of the time is floodlights, and when it's hammering down with rain, you just get soaked. You wouldn't, would you? No. Will, same question to you, my friend.
What have you done?
So, Joe, I booked tickets once for me and Ben to go to a football game, and I wasn't really paying much attention, and I booked tickets right at the front, right next to the away fans, and we were just slaughtered for the whole game, and we couldn't see the whole pitch. It was just a bit of a nightmare.
What pitch was it?
The Emirates.
Emirates.
Oh wow! No.
I thought you might have my back there, but no.
I think the last time I went to the Emirates, it was during the World Cup, so they were doing the friendlies.
Yeah.
In December, I went to watch Arsenal Juventus.
Oh yeah.
And I think a few days before, it really snowed really heavy, so I was really high, but I could see the raindrops coming.
It's awful, yeah.
I could never sit there like in the winter time. Summertime, yeah, but winter time or nah.
Yeah,
I can't do that.
This was the winter time as well, actually. Funnily enough.
Yeah, it was. Was it like October? I think November, something like that.
Something stupid.
Yeah, it was not good.
No.
It was not good. So, in terms of the games you've seen in England, are there any that's kind of stood out for you? It's like, oh my God, that was a great game.
In England, I'd say, all right, the Premier League, it's lost a bit of, how can I say, a bit of atmosphere, I'd say, the Premier League. So I like
I love
I like
this.
Championship football as well, League One football.
Mm-hmm.
I say QPR. I love QPR, Loftus Road. I think that's one of my favourite.
I like Loftus.
Really?
It's a nice stadium. I like it.
It's good, and especially because it's little and it's like a tiny square. So the away end as well, it's like on 2 floors, so you can hear everything.
Oh, nice.
But yeah, I Loftus Road, I liked it. And I went to Burnley as well. I think I went in September or October. Burnley as well was really good.
Nice.
I think was I near the away end? No, I was on the other side. But then Premier League, I'd say maybe Chelsea. I'd say here and there when when the Chelsea fans are happy.
Yeah. Yeah, for 3 games a season, they're absolutely buzzing. Yeah. Excellent.
Yeah, I can't really say the other thing. I haven't been to the Premier League in Emirates, so I don't really know. But I did go to Old Trafford in November. I think.
Oh, nice.
I went to watch, United Chelsea. That's it.
Wow, how was that?
Yeah, it was good. I was really, really, really high. So the view wasn't great. The stadium needs a big upgrade as well. But it was alright. The atmosphere, I expected more though. But it was through, United fans are not really happy right now. So.
No, I was going to say that. So, what did it feel like? Did you speak to any of the fans when you were there, sort of thing? What are they saying about the club?
Time.
Okay.
No, not this time. No, I couldn't. Normally I do. But yeah, not this time.
Okay, fair enough. But it just lacks. You can feel that they're just not happy at all.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
But yeah, Tottenham as well. It's good. When they're winning.
Yeah, I can imagine. Poor Tottenham. So we're Arsenal fans, so we don't feel that bad. But yeah.
So,
what's the Tottenham ground like then to experience? Is it as good as everyone raves about?
10 out of 10.
Really?
Probably 20 out of 10. It's immaculate. It's really, really good. And the thing is, every time you go, because I've been there like 3-4 times, and every time you go in there, it's always spot on, clean. There's nothing on the floor. There's not even chewing gums on the floor. It's really, really, really good.
Nice.
And I had the chance to do. I went with one of the sponsors last year, I think, Fan Block.
Okay.
So I was in the hospitality area. So it was unlimited food, unlimited drinks.
Oh,
so much
lovely.
fun.
What a dream.
But yeah, it's really good. It's amazing.
Yeah,
it's really
I can
good.
imagine.
Yeah.
One
of the best stadiums. Yeah.
The premise then of your sort of social media, your Instagram, your YouTube, and things like that is you go to the stadiums, you generally try and do a tour or you do a match day experience.
Yeah.
You record that and then you release kind of the best bits of that on your Instagram page, and the whole episode goes on YouTube of kind of what you did on that day. Yeah,
correct. At the moment, I'm only doing short videos because doing a YouTube video, how can I say? I like to enjoy the experience, so I can't record myself or record the whole game because I just love to watch the football and trying to enjoy the full experience. But if I'm doing a stadium tour before the game, I try to incorporate that into my pictures or videos. For example, the last one I did was West Brom as well. So West Brom, I was in the hospitality area. I did the stadium tour. So that's the kind of vibe that I want to give to my audience. Yeah.
That's cool. That's cool. No, that's great. And and you've obviously been to a number of stadiums. Do you know exactly how many you've been to?
No, I haven't counted them. No.
I wondered if you might have like a little tick sheet or something, and you've got it all down there.
I really don't have it. Yeah, I should. Yeah, I should have that. But I think the best stadium and experience that I've had was the Signal Iduna Park. So in Dortmund.
Oh yeah.
Oh wow.
it was crazy, and I tell you, like, crazy because it was I think 3 years ago. So I went for my brother's birthday. So normally I travel with my brother because we go once a year together. We just book a weekend off and we just travel. So I bought tickets for a game against Cologne,
Okay.
but I didn't know it was a derby. I was like, why did I pay so much for a couple of tickets? And then I got there. I was like, okay,
Makes
that's
sense
why
now.
it's a derby. And I didn't expect it. So we got there normally I get there like 2 hours, 3 hours before the game. But when I got there, everywhere was already packed. Like people were already queuing up. Yeah,
Oh, wow.
for example, if you go to the London Stadium, people just rush in like 2 minutes before. But yeah, in Germany, the culture is so different. They're really passionate. They really enjoy the full experience. But I say Dortmund was something else. It was really, really good. Good atmosphere. Football was good. Yeah, it's really good, really good.
Got to experience the yellow wall.
You have to, because you just look at them like, is this real? It's
Yeah. Is it that
crazy.
sort of intimidating factor that you? Because obviously, I've never been. I've seen it on TV, and you look at it, and obviously, when they're all doing the sort of synchronized, with the cards up and things like that, and they've got the big banners and motifs and things. You think, it does look a bit daunting. Like if you're a player, that would put you off a bit, wouldn't it? Surely.
Yeah, 100%. It's almost like a fight between the fans. So the Dortmund fans, are shouting against the other fans. That's how it felt. So one sings, the other one replies, they reply again, and then it sort of stops there as well. So it's really good. So I think it's something that someone should experience. That's for sure, 100%.
We'll go.
Amazing.
We'll go.
Yeah, you have to. Hopefully, knock down the rain side.
That's Will's specialty, though. They're the only ones he sits at.
And if you're a beer fan, you can drink as much as you want as well. So.
Oh, there you go. That's dangerous now.
That's it. We're going.
There you go. FDP x PS special. There we go. We'll do it as a trio, guys. Let's go.
Yeah, let's go. I don't mind doing it again.
Oh, that sounds amazing. I want to move on to your experience going to see the Emirates and Highbury. Obviously, we are both Arsenal fans. We both loved Highbury. We both obviously loved the Emirates as well. But you got a bit of a sneak peek at Highbury now. It's obviously been redeveloped. What was that all like?
Yeah, it was good because I've been to that area probably 3-4 times, but I've never, how can I say, I've never thought of going to check where Highbury was. It just came out of the blue. And I have to tell you this, that when I was in Italy, Highbury was one of the stadiums that I've always, admired because
really?
It was little, because I'm an Inter Milan fan, so I remember the Champions League games, Arsenal against Inter Milan. So I remember those games, Henry with a t-shirt, with that burgundy top.
Ah, the classic, yeah.
What a top. Has Wick got it? He's looking at it.
Yeah, he has got. I think he's got it somewhere, actually.
It's up here somewhere. Yeah, I can't remember, but I've got it up here. Yeah, love it.
So I've always wanted to find that shirt. I could never find it actually when I moved here. But that when I think about English stadiums, I think about Highbury. I don't know why. It's just Highbury, Bowling Park. But when I went there, I was a bit not sad that it was turned into flats, but I was a bit, why would you swap it for the Emirates when
money?
You got the store, you got everything in there, and you. But I think at the end of the day, football clubs are more they run like businesses, so
of course
you have to generate revenue. So
it's nice that they've kept it though, and you can still see the marble halls, and you can go in, because you actually went into the flats, didn't you, and had a little look around. Yeah. I thought I was going to get arrested, but I've always been too scared. I've been there a few times, and I've seen the gates open, but I've always been too scared. I've never had the ball to do it. So fair play to you.
I guess I went there when it wasn't a match day. I think match day could be maybe it could be locked. But I went really early, so the gate was open. I just took my camera, went around, went on the other side. I wanted to get into the flats, into the main door, but it wasn't possible.
Because I think you raised a few eyebrows. You just like strolling around trying to break in through a door.
But I wasn't the only one that was taking pictures and videos. There was other people that were doing the same.
Oh, really?
So yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So I think it's, if you wanna go there one day, it's remarkable, especially for you that you're an Arsenal fan. I'm sure it brings loads of memories.
It does. I mean, I remember like my first ever football game I went to was at Highbury. It was Arsenal against Middlesbrough. We did lose, annoyingly. My dad, unfortunately, is a Tottenham fan, but he did take me, and fair play to him. He took me and he bought me my Arsenal shirt and things like that. But he was very smug when we lost, as you can imagine. But I think I was only about 6 or 7 at the time. But I still remember the atmosphere. Obviously, it's electric back then because you're 6, 7 years old. Everything.
Yeah.
You got a couple of thousand people in one room. It's like, oh my god, let alone like 30,000 odd in a stadium. But yeah, compared to the Emirates, the Emirates has improved recently, like the atmosphere and things. But I was a season ticket holder back in 2020, and the atmosphere was pretty poor. But hearing it on TV, it's a bit better, and obviously we're winning more. So same as obviously your experience at United, when you're not winning and you're not performing well, it's not going to be the sort of best atmosphere, is it? But when you're high and flying, all of a sudden the fans love it, and it just generates that buzz, doesn't it, even more?
Yeah, it does. So hopefully one day I'll be able to watch a game and do a stadium tour there before the game. Never say never.
Yeah, it's worth it. It's definitely worth it. We love it, don't we, Will, going to Emirates?
Certainly do. Yeah, certainly do. Yeah, just haven't been for a while. It's a bit tough to get tickets and stuff, and we've got other things happening at the minute. So yeah, it's been a bit tough, but we'll definitely get back there. I think Ben and I have always looked at Venezia, for their kits and the style and stuff. You've actually been to the stadium there, haven't you?
Yeah. I went last year in February. So this was a collaboration with the Serie B. So it's actually with the league. So I created content for them in English because, Venezia is quite an international football club. It's not only an Italian club.
Yeah.
They've got supporters from all around the world, Indonesia, USA, Germany. And it's more of, it's like going on a holiday, almost, and watch the game there. I went 2 years ago. I watched the game against Cremonese, I think. It was one of the playoff matches, I think, or one of the matches where whoever would win, they would go to the Serie A, and of course, Venezia went to the Serie A. Again, I did the stadium tour and watched the game there, but the location as well. It's crazy. I don't know if you've seen the pictures and.
No, I've not seen.
Have you not? Okay. The location is on a little island, so you can't even drive there. So I had to walk about an hour, I think, from the train station to the stadium. But you can take a vaporetto, which is the little boat that goes on the sea, which I did take. Yeah, I did take in the night because I didn't want to walk that much. But yeah, it's another iconic stadium. It's really, really good. The atmosphere as well, it's crazy. I was near to the home fans. It was a great match. So I watched the match. I think it was in February. Yeah, it must have been in February. Watched the warm up next to the home end. Watched the players' entrance. Took pictures, videos. So it was a special day. It was really, really good.
Oh, sounds bad. I've just googled the pictures. It looks incredible. Yeah, it's right on the edge, isn't it, of the water? Yeah, God, that looks amazing.
So all the football players, they come on the little boat. It's called Vaporetto.
Okay.
Yeah.
Have you got any more trips to Italy planned for some stadium visits this year?
Yeah, I've got, I think 2. So the first one should be at the end of February, hopefully. Fingers crossed. I'm just waiting for the confirmation. So I'm going to spoil it here. It might be Juventus against Empoli. So it's a Coppa Italia.
Fantastic.
Coppa Italia game. So it's a midweek game. So I'm actually organizing it with them. So the official date is not out yet. So it'll be out after the Champions League first stage finishes. So they will announce the.
Okay.
So hopefully I'll do a stadium tour, meet the players. I think they do meet and greet as well. So.
Oh wow.
So I'm trying to push to do that. So I can have some good content as well and enjoy the match day, of course.
That sounds fantastic, that one.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it because they got a new stadium. I think they've had it for a few years now. So, and also Juventus is trying to push their brand identity, USA, Indonesia.
Okay.
So they're trying to push it a bit, further.
Makes sense.
So I might create content in English. I don't know what they might ask me. I'm not sure.
That would be cool. I'll keep my eyes peeled for that one. That'd be amazing.
Yeah. And then I've got Spezia against Pisa, Serie B.
Lovely, yeah.
So Spezia as well, they got a new stadium. They got American owners. If you type the stadium, it's called Alberto Picco. So it's Spezia Stadium, Alberto Picco. So they got a new stand. So they actually invited me. They messaged me on Instagram.
Oh wow!
I was shocked as well. So I think I was pretty shocked. I was like, wow, what do you mean? But I think I commented one of the pictures on the stadium. Normally I just comment, and I said, oh, we saw your comment. We would like to invite you to a match day experience. I said, yeah, why not? So that one is
That's
on
brilliant.
there. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah.
So that will be in, I think, 8th of March.
Okay. Oh, that's fantastic. Looks like a cool stadium as well, just having a look at that one. Yeah.
It's nice. Yeah.
It's quite similar to Venezia, actually. Sort of the location-wise, isn't it?
Yeah. So it's near the sea, I say. Yeah, it's near the sea.
That's cool.
4 stands. Yeah, so... So I'm trying to plan all the trips, but it depends, because sometimes it takes like 2-3 months before I get confirmation, and I have to chase.
No, I appreciate it. It's hard work, isn't it?
Yeah, because I'm by myself. I do everything by myself. I don't really have an agency or a PR or whatever. So on top of all the things, I try. I'm always trying. There's nothing bad in trying.
No, absolutely.
No, exactly.
No, you're clearly doing well to get them to reach out to you direct. I think that's a huge step.
That's got to be
just
the dream,
get
isn't it?
things like that. Absolutely.
Yeah. I was really shocked and happy at the same time.
Yeah, of course.
Because I don't really have a big presence on YouTube. This is the first time that people will probably see me, because I don't really post myself much.
Okay.
So you got the privilege of seeing me. Right?
There we go. So when you're famous and like they're jetting you off here, there, and everywhere, just remember us.
Yeah, I'll
We'll send you some like hats and stuff. You can just rep the brand. We'll get some made up because we haven't got any. But yeah.
You mentioned earlier about the Premier League, and I thought it was a really interesting point about how the Premier League is sort of, you maybe not just you, but a few people are starting to lose a bit of interest in it.
Yeah.
What do you reckon? Why do you reckon that is?
It's okay. People say that it's because of the tourists, but it's not because of the tourists. Because if you go to San Siro, 20%, 30% it's tourists, it's German people, and they get behind the supporters. So I think, since they've stopped having hooligans and having all this tifo, it's not. I don't think it's the same. So you need to have some sort of organized supporters, so even the tourists can get behind it. Because sometimes I'm there shouting, screaming, even though I don't support the team, but it's because the ultras are singing, or there's people that are actually making noise.
Yeah, Joe, that's a really good point. So, sorry to keep bringing it back to Arsenal, but there's a group called the Ashburton Army, and they're all in a particular block. There's loads of season ticket holders, and they're trying to do the same thing, trying to get these like big banners across the stadium, the motifs during games. but the club seem to be really against it.
Yeah,
And it's
I
so
don't know why.
difficult. Like organising the marches, as you said, like marching, going to the stadium, like chanting, like having fun. It doesn't need to be obviously, aggressive or violent or anything like that. It's just, as you said, fans getting together and just joining in, having a good time, adding to that atmosphere. But is that just like, is this an English thing?
I think it is, because if you go to Germany, every team's got tifo. They got ultras. In Italy, they got ultras. In Spain as well, a little bit they do. So it's more of I think it's just a cultural thing. I think it's just the culture of the Premier League, which is understandable, because the Premier League is probably the best league in the world in terms of the players that they attract and all the money they make. But I think there's still that gap that will make it like one of the best, the best league in the world, I think. So maybe, I don't know, it might take a few years.
How would you propose that to be, that to actually change for the positive then? Like, do you think it's, people like yourself getting content out there to kind of shout about it with supporter groups and, try and collaborate with them and things like that? Or is it right into the clubs themselves?
No, I think the club, because everything comes from the clubs, I think. Having banners, if you want to have banners, you need to request it to the club first, and they have to approve that, I think, isn't it?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, so I think the club needs to get closer to the supporters as well, I think, and having, I don't know, a committee of supporters and someone from the club itself. I'm not really sure how it would work, but they don't need to reinvent the wheel. They just need to look at all the leagues and what they're doing, isn't it?
Yeah, I think you sort of touched it. It's that kind of hooliganism side of things. Unfortunately, like English or British fans, I should say, we just get a bit carried away. Clearly, we're not always there just for football. It's a few too many beers and can't necessarily control yourself. It's that binge drinking culture and things like that potentially kind of, I guess, ruins it a little bit for you're just passionate fan, I suppose, that just wants to go and watch a great game of football and soak it all up.
Yeah. I mean, it's not wrong. It's not wrong at all. It's just the culture, isn't it? I think it's just a cultural thing. There's no right or wrong in this, to be fair. So
no, it's hard to challenge it though, isn't it, I suppose.
And after the weekend, I think VAR comes into it as well, didn't they? As Arsenal supporters.
That was really bad. It's really bad. But I'm not gonna say anything on camera.
We'll end it there and we can talk for the next hour now.
Yeah, it's really bad. And it's sort of ruining, not football, but the whole match day experience, especially for the players, But again, I'm not going to own that.
What's it like in Italy though? So going to the Italian games, what's it like in terms of like VAR and the atmospheres, and then comparing that to kind of those, the lower games that don't have.
In Italy, I think it's similar to England. So they need to use VAR properly, because the referees, I don't know if it's difficult, because once you play football, you know what type of challenge could be a red, what could be a yellow. If they haven't played the game, as many say, it's really difficult to judge a few decisions. But in Italy, VAR, it's not really, people are not really keen on VAR. That's what I can say, because it's not that it's making mistakes, it's just they don't use it properly. They don't use it accordingly, I think.
Yeah, same
it's
issues.
Like they're scared a bit to use it. I'm going to whistle. That's my decision. I don't want to check VAR because I believe in my decision, so I'm not going to check VAR. But then, that's what I can say.
Yeah, that seems to be common across every league and every country, doesn't it? They're saying about, about the sort of Michael Oliver thing. Obviously, best ref in the country, he's well respected. He made a mistake, by most people think that, but you then look at VAR. Are they not challenging him because he is so well respected and it's his authority? Are they scared of him? It just opens up so many different, questions, I suppose, behind it, doesn't it?
Because I think in Italy, what happens is if you make too many mistakes, the referee gets less points for the next week, for the next game. So say Michael Oliver makes a mistake. Yeah, that's what happens. So makes mistakes. he would lose points in order to referee a big game, say Man United against Chelsea. So that's what happens in Italy. So I think that's in the backlog of the referees, and I think they support each other as well, because that's it's an hostile environment, I say.
Yeah, I can imagine it's got to be tough as a ref, getting that abuse from 50, 60, 70,000 fans, as well as social media or your papers and things like that. But you are there to do a job at the same time.
Yeah,
you've got to do it to the best of your ability, don't you?
Yeah. And they always changing the rules every year. There's a new handball rule. I'm even confused. It's not good enough.
No, there's so many rule changes now. Nobody seems to know what's what. Handballs is it from the sleeve or something now? But what if you've got a slightly longer sleeve, slightly higher sleeve? Like no one, like where does it end? It's just ridiculous now, isn't it?
Yeah, it's not good.
But in terms of kind of your future plans for PS, how's that all looking? Are you looking to kind of branch out, or keep doing what you're doing, keep improving? What's the sort of future plans for you?
Yeah, so as you said, it's improving the content, being recognized as well for what I do by football clubs and other pages. But my aim is to watch the big games. That's my aim. So watch derbies, watch
Nice.
Champions League finals, Europa League finals, World Cup finals, all these big matches. That's where I'm aiming.
Nice.
What's the one game you want to see? If there's one game, what is it?
One game.
If you can watch any game, what game would you want to see?
I'll say Boca River Plate.
Great choice. Great choice.
I think that's a big one. So I like to watch one in Boca Juniors and one at River Plate, because they're not allowed to go to
yeah.
So that would be a good one. That's a big one. Another one would be the Inter Milan derby as well.
Yeah.
That's what I'm aiming for as well. I don't know when, but I hope it's gonna happen one day.
Just one day, yeah.
And again, I could name so many: Real Madrid, Barcelona,
Close.
In Germany, Bayern against Dortmund. All these big games. That's what I'm.
Celtic Rangers, I think, would be a good one to add to that.
Even that one as well. Yes, yeah. Funny enough, you mentioned that. I think it was a year ago, 2 years ago. So I was like, I've got a day off today on a Thursday, and I flew to Glasgow and did stadium tour in one day. So
Wow.
flew in the morning and flew back in the evening. I think it was 2 years ago. Yeah, I went to Glasgow for the day just to do stadium tours.
Nice.
I
love it. I love that.
Yeah,
that's brilliant.
It's crazy. Because I live near Luton, so it's really easy to get the plane. Jump on a plane. It was like 50 minutes. Yeah, it was a 50-minute flight. Got there, got the bus, went. I think I did Ibrox Stadium first, and then I went to Celtic Park.
Amazing.
Crazy. Even there, it's mad. Crazy.
Oh, that's amazing. I'd love to do stuff like that. Amazing.
Yeah, and that was before I had my daughter, so I was like, I need to wrap it in.
Yeah. Book as much as you can.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Now I don't have that time. I don't have that much time anymore. So I was like, I need to do it quick.
They ruin your football life, don't they? They're just Although mine's getting to an age now where I'm looking at like going to random football stadiums. So whilst you've been talking, in the back of my mind, I'm like, I might go and see if I can go and watch Gillingham play or something like that.
Yeah, you should. I think I don't know, especially like we work Monday to Friday. I work Monday to Friday, 9 to 5.
Yeah.
It's always repetitive. I mean, I just love to book a weekend away, just refresh my mind, refresh your energies, and I just love it. I just enjoy it. I really. It could be Luton, it could be, as you say, Gillingham, it could be I don't know, Exeter, it could be anywhere. I just like enjoying watching football and being away from normality.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
It
That's
comes
all I
through.
can say.
You can tell.
Yeah.
And Ben, I know
Like a little holiday.
he's always wanted to go to Kenilworth Road, didn't you?
I have. I just want to experience that away end. Going
Oh,
through the entrance that way, it just looks
ah,
amazing.
yeah. I went, actually, as you said it, I went to watch was it FA Cup? It must have been Luton against Gillingham, I think.
Oh, right.
Oh,
2 years ago?
nice. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was 2 years ago. Yeah, it was when they went the Premier League last year. Yeah, in the September or October. It was raining, and I was
Nice.
almost close as you said to the pitch. It was raining. It didn't rain on me, luckily. The stadium is alright.
I just love the
not
fact
bad.
you've just got that entrance where it's those metal
Yeah.
stairs, isn't it? And you're literally like
Yeah.
above people's gardens.
Yeah,
And I just think that's
yeah,
just insane to see.
yeah, yeah. And the thing is, I think next to the pitch side, they don't really have chairs. It's more like benches, so you don't have like a back seat. So you're sitting there like that.
Oh, really? Oh, okay.
Yeah. It was a bit uncomfortable, but it was alright.
Yeah, an hour and a half, especially if they lose as well. You'd be killing yourself after, wouldn't you?
Yeah. It was a good experience. Yeah.
Amazing. And you said you do some grassroots football. Have you been to like many non-league games and things like that recently, or?
Not recently, but if I've got friends that they're playing, I'll just go down and watch their games. I've got a few friends that play non-league, step 5, step 4.
Okay, nice.
But yeah, again, it depends. I think I wanted to go to. I've got someone that plays for Kettering Town because I'm near Bedfordshire, Northamptonshire. So hopefully this season I'll go because I love non-league as well. I love the passion and the grass that we're playing. I played non-league as well.
Oh, did you? Oh, nice.
A little bit, yeah. So I know what goes on. There's loads that goes on. But I haven't been to many. I should go to a few more because it's becoming really, really popular now.
It is. It's so many content creators are going to non-league because, as you said, the Premier League's kind of it's great. It's fantastic, but it's almost unobtainable to go to Premier League games now.
Yeah.
Whereas grassroots, it's a $5 or a $10.
Yeah.
You go there, you can park pretty much outside the stadiums because not that many fans going in. You get some really good content and get up close and personal with a lot of fans, and the players are pretty much next to you, aren't they? So you can have a chat with them sometimes, really pull them over at half time or whatever, and it's quite fun then.
Yeah, and the burgers are cheaper as well. So.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, always eat your burgers and hot dogs. That's like the main part of football.
But that is actually important. Something that you don't really think about, isn't it? When the price of a beer and a burger, and different stadiums, it's incredible, isn't it?
Yeah. I always get a rollover and a drink or hot chocolate is in the winter. But again, they could extortion you. There's a good extortion there, especially in the Premier League, especially Arsenal.
Yes.
I was like, wow, nah. Like a burger and chips and a drink. It was like £22 at the time 2 years ago.
Wow.
It's really expensive. Really, really expensive.
Yeah, so I remember, a few years ago, I had a season ticket. I could only afford it for one season, and typically it was during COVID, so I only got to like half the games anyway. But it's not just your ticket. Like, obviously, we know Arsenal's bloody expensive anyway. Then it's your train up there. Then it's your beers, your beers or your Cokes or whatever you're going to have. Then your food. You've always got to have something there because you want to support the club. You want something to eat as well. You've been travelling for 2 hours. Before you know it, it's like 100, 110, 120 quid for the whole day. And you think you're doing this every weekend or every other weekend. And you think it just adds up so much. Whereas, as we said, non-league, we've got a couple of clubs literally down the road from us. It's a tenner to get in, and a beer's £3, £3.50. Yeah. And it's a no-brainer, isn't it?
Absolutely. And that's why with my content with Passione Stadio, I try and go through the club or through the sponsor because for me it's really expensive. If I want to do that every couple of weeks or even once a month, it can be expensive, especially traveling to Italy, flight, train,
of course,
food. So most of the times I go through the club itself, or with a sponsor. So I'm also going to Everton this year. So I'm going with one of the sponsors. Yeah.
Fantastic.
So it's already agreed. Hopefully they keep the promise. So it'll be in May. So yeah, I'm going with the sponsor because it's difficult to get tickets there as well.
Yeah.
But I went there by myself again 3 years ago. I found a ticket for £40. So I caught the
Brilliant.
train.
That's not too bad.
Yeah, I went up north, watched the match, enjoyed the match. I was by myself. And people looking at me, "You're not from here, are you?" I was like, "How could you tell?" So my view was like restricted view. I was like, "No, I'm not sitting here." I had the roof on top of my head. It's so compact, it's so small, and it's so old.
Oh, no.
So I just moved and sneaked in and enjoyed a great match. It was against Aston Villa. Again,
Good.
I was singing. I was a tourist, as they say.
Yeah.
I was singing back to the fans. It was really, really good. Great. It was a great atmosphere.
Love it. Did you buy the shirt as well?
No.
No. Not that far.
Yeah.
Oh, did they? Oh,
Yeah,
fantastic.
because last year I went with a sponsor again.
Oh, brilliant.
Streaming. So it was only me and my brother at the table. I think the other guests didn't come, so I managed to get a free gift.
Oh, wow.
I think I've got it here. I don't know if you want me to show you.
Yeah, go for it. Yeah.
Okay, let me see. I'll keep everything in my. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I've got
Look
my
at
wardrobe
that.
That is, mate, in a box and a bag. Nice.
And then you got the certificate of authenticity.
Wow.
Look at that.
Yeah. So
I've never been jealous of an Everton t-shirt.
No, until now. Look at. Wow.
yeah,
That's amazing.
I don't know who signed it, but why not? It's free.
Yeah.
So
That's amazing.
yeah, it's really good. I mean, these are the things that I don't really share online. To be fair, I should share it more often. I think.
Yeah, things like that is great. Joe, we spoke to a content creator a couple of weeks ago, a guy called Jay, and he loves his football kits. He loves his football shirts.
Yeah.
He loves everything about football. Does loads of content. And he honestly, things like that, he would lap up. There's definitely a market for that. Boost your channels, and it's just, I suppose, it just adds a different dimension as well.
Yes,
From our side as well, we don't know too much about what happens, when you're invited by sponsors and things like that. So, to share that with your fans, your followers, I think that's brilliant.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's fantastic.
I mean, the thing is, I'm becoming a content creator. I'd say I don't want to call it content creator. I just put the content that I like to share.
Yeah.
That's the reason why I haven't showed my face, or I haven't done really like vlogs, or it's because I started just posting pictures at the beginning, and I don't know why I just didn't have pictures of me. I only had pictures of the stadium, so
yeah,
that's how it started. So I just want to keep that philosophy, but never say never. In the future, I might make a online presence.
No, absolutely. Well, you started today, so we appreciate that.
Yeah, there you go.
I love that. I love it.
Yeah, well, I can't believe I'm jealous of an Everton shirt.
So, like, the last kind of question for me then. So, people sort of must be listening to this, as I am, and thinking to themselves, how do you get hold of the tickets? Because sometimes they're like gold dust, aren't they? Some of these tickets, but you seem to manage to get them. Is there a trick or anything that you can share?
The old trick is get your laptop out, go on the club's website, write emails, and that's it.
Okay.
That's how I do it. I just write emails. If I write 20 emails, I might get 2 replies. And then I might follow it back again next year, because maybe I've got more followers, more content, more visibility. They can see that, I've improved. So that's my trick. So I don't just leave it. When they say no, I don't just leave it there. I might follow up the next couple of months, next 3 months, next 6 months. So that's how I do it, basically. There you go. I've given you
There you go. Trade secrets given out today. There we go, guys.
I like it.
Yeah, because they can see the platform, so they actually check it out, so they can see, okay, yeah, you got something that you got. It's not about the followers; it's more about the connection that you create and the engagement that you create. It's not about the quality of the picture or because I've seen followers with millions of followers. Sorry, content creators with millions of followers that don't really have good content, but then they get invited to so many games. I'm like, if he gets invited, why can I not get invited? So that's how I start. It's literally that. That's how I started contacting clubs and sponsors.
Fantastic.
That's how I started. Yeah.
Thank you.
We've got our plan for the week now. Thank you, Joseph. Appreciate that, mate.
I'm going to be booking tickets now. I can't wait. I'm buzzing for this.
Yeah. Keep going, keep pushing. That's the secret.
Thank you so much. It's been a pleasure talking with you. And what we'll do on the episode, we'll put links to your social media, to your YouTube, and we'll give you a shout out and stuff. And give him a follow. It's really great content. So please do follow.
Yeah. Thank you very much, guys.
It's a pleasure. Thank you, Joseph.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. Take care.